Hey guys, Hastings here, and welcome to episode 2 of Show Some Class. If you missed the first episode, I'll put a link in the description down below, and I'll explain in that episode, or I have explained in that episode, how this series works. As you can see on the screen there, we're at the Nürburgring GP circuit this time round, and I'll be driving an old Chevrolet Camaro, optimised to B class, racing against some A class opposition. Now, as we're rear-wheel drive this time, I hope we're to gain a few positions off the start, unlike last time with the front-wheel drive Vauxhall Astra. Immediately, yep, nice few position changes there. Position gains. This first corner here could be very eventful, so we can brake nice and early for it. And as everybody bunches up on the inside, we'll see if we can go around the outside. Not quite that wide I was intending, but ooh, there's an LFA that's gone right off in front of me. That's not good. That's really hindered us. There's a bumping between a Ford and a Ferrari as well. Get past them up the inside. And there's an Aston that's braking slightly earlier than I expected. We got past him, so I'm up to 10th position after the first few corners. That's pretty darn decent. Accident there between... My God, look at all the Ferrari F50s. There really needs to be some bit more differentiation in the car choices from the AI there. I mean, you don't need to put 4 of the same car in the race. You can choose absolutely anything in A class, and they choose 4 Ferrari F50s. Fair enough, they're bloody quick, but it's not the point. Give me a chance. Well, I've got a chance because the AI are really slow. But anyway, let's see what we can do. We've got quite a bit of space to the next Ferrari F50 up in 5th. But the one behind us isn't particularly far away. So we might have to watch out for that at some point. The reason I've picked this Camaro this time round is because one of the biggest points from the Astra where I was losing a lot of time was under acceleration. I don't know if it was just because it was a front-wheel drive car or it was because of the gap in class between my cars and the AIs. But we lost a lot of time under acceleration. Particularly between, I think it was Chicago and the Hammerhead at the Top Gear test track. Cars were just pulling away from us left, right and centre. So I've gone for a car that's got a little bit more straight line speed and also rear wheel drive, which makes it a bit nicer to drive in my opinion. But we seem to have done quite well in the first lap, moving up 10 positions. If you remember from last week, spoiler alert by the way, we finished 4th position. So if we can move up maybe another place or two, it's pretty much on par with the Astra. Although the Astra sort of worked its way through a bit more gradually. Whereas we seem to have made up all our positions on the first lap, and now it looks like we might just be not really moving very far at all, and I think I might have slightly, no, maybe a little bit outbrake myself there. Quite a deceptive corner that, you have to brake really early and then it just drops down away from the hill. It's not the easiest corner in the world to get right. Trying to see what we've got up ahead. We've obviously got this Ferrari F50. I've said about 10,000 times now, so I apologise for keep repeating myself. It's a Ferrari F50 up there. I'm not sure what the blue and white car is ahead of it. I think is that another Ferrari, or is that just because it's red that I'm saying that? I've been what would that be, 3rd position. So we've got all of the top 5 just about in view. There's something dark and a light blue and then a red, then a white, then a red. Don't know what cars they are, just call them by their colours. I really can't see them from this far back. Nope, still not close enough. I'll try and do something about that. Get a nice exit. Run up the hill. Oh! Is that the Aston that we went past on the first lap? Seems to have got past the barrage of Ferrari F50s. Here's that way. I do like the helicopters that randomly appear on this game. I guess they're there as supposed to be sort of filming helicopters that you have in real life. I seem to drop back a little bit from the cars in front, but I guess that's to be expected. In a car that's slower than theirs, there are going to be certain points which I do make time up because of the driving standard of the AI, but there will be points that I just can't keep up because their cars are just that bit better than mine. I do like to... bugger. I do like... Oh, that's not... Yeah, that's a Mercedes. And he's very close behind us now. But I do like to take quite a bit of curb there, because I do think it gives you a quicker line, but as you can see, happening to me there, it's not the most reliable line in the world. I really test this... I'd say it seems to be doing quite well under straight line speed, but it appears as though that Mercedes behind us is looking to go past down the straight, if he can. It's one thing, yeah, I think I said it in the last episode. Even in a straight line, if there's not a clear road in front of them, they won't go past you. They'll just sit behind you and wait. It's ridiculous. It's like all they've got to do is pull over like 6 feet and they've got a clear run. Just absolutely blast past you. Like that Mercedes was so much quicker than us down the straight there, and he just decided to sit behind us until I sort of moved over a bit to cover the inside. I don't really know why I did it, because he was never going to go past anyway. But all for the sake of a little bit of realism, I suppose. Now we've got the rest of this lap and one more, so I don't think we're going to be able to catch the Ferraris at this point. And it's not as though that defending is a particularly hard job against these AI. Otherwise, it might be a little bit exciting trying to defend from this rather quick Mercedes that's behind us, especially in a straight line. But I don't think that's going to be the case, because he's just going to sit there and not bother overtaking us. He probably could quite easily. So I imagine that the next sort of lap and a half is going to be relatively boring, really. Let's hope for another accident. There seems to be quite a few accidents with the AI on the private lobbies. Like the amount of positions we made up last week because cars crashed at the Hammerhead. I think it was nearly 1 lap. So got another tight chicane, similar vein to Hammerhead up here. I wonder if one of the cars in front of us could be very nice. Ooh, run wide. That's not good. That's not bad though for a normal run wide. Quite often in this game you touch a wheel on the grass and sort of drags you over. Car's a lot nicer on the curb that time round. And I was about to say we've made a little gap to the Mercedes, but I probably should have checked. One or two. Behind. Ooh! They do go past if you leave a big gap on the inside. Well done, Mercedes. That's the first time that's ever happened, I think. When you look at the amount of straight line speed he's got over us here, and why the hell didn't you just go past us last lap? Ooh, I overshot that. Come on, I want 6th place back. Please. I'm trying too hard now. Hope that we haven't got anything else behind us that could kind of steal another position. I don't think he took the best line through there, and he's getting a bit sideways. Having a small tank slapper, so he's going to take that position back. It's what been handed back to us really through his mistake. It's never as satisfying than when you have a really good battle and really earn a position, but position's a position nonetheless. Oh, thought I was going to oversteer it there, so I came for throttle and less my steering and end up nearly running wide, and there he is again. Are you going to try and overtake? Nope, not down the inside this time. Yeah. Boot it out the outside. Even with that much power, I don't know how much power this car's got actually, but absolutely booting it out in second gear around the hairpin though, and it does slide a little bit, but it really doesn't get the back end out as much as you'd expect from a muscle car. Got a really nice build on it. And we've just got a few more corners left now. Long straight, chicane, and the final corner. And then we can go over the line. We just got to hold off this darn Mercedes. Oh, we're going. Oh no, he's gone up the inside. How much horsepower we got there on the right? Oh, he's braking on the inside. Go around the outside then. Is that 380 horsepower? 3-ish? I think it went up to 381 at one point. So that's just south of 400 horsepower, so that's quite a large amount. I imagine that this car's got race weight reduction, so it's not going to be particularly heavy. 400 horsepower is a lot in any car, really, anyway, so it's quite... No! Oh, out-dragged to the line by the Mercedes. Oh, we had an interesting battle with him for the last last 2 laps didn't make it quite as boring as I thought it would be. And then we let the AI go and crash into him. So that's this Camaro going to go into 2nd position out of the 2 cars we've tested, finishing 7th place. The Vauxhall Astra still leads the way after that 4th position finish at the Top Gear test track. So stay tuned next week and we'll put a 3rd car to the test and see if it can do any better. So until then, Hastings out. Goodbye.